This screencast will focus on the impact of social media in the classroom. What are some of the good things? What are some of the problem areas? And why it may be a necessity in today's modern classrooms. It might be a common sight seeing young students on their phones either talking or texting to friends through social media apps. Social media is often thought of as a recreational application where people can keep in touch with friends, share videos, track anniversaries and other fun events. But the paradigm is shifting, where social media is now a valid and viable tool in education. So what are some of the benefits of social media? Well, first, it allows teachers to stay connected with parents. Teachers can provide updates, even send home homework. Two, it allows teachers to stay connected with their students. Students can ask their teachers questions, ask for clarifications on assignments, and even ask if they can work with collaborations with partners and other children in the classroom. Social media can allow students to make and maintain friendships over long distances. This is great for the end of the summer when there's months separating between the school years. Students can keep in touch and keep friendships growing. Social media can also give students with special need a voice. Oftentimes, students that are on the spectrum or have issues with speech or delays won't speak up in class or find it hard to work in groups. Social media allows them to type out their messages and review them before sending, and to be part of group projects. Students are used to using social media platforms like Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok, Instagram, and a whole bunch of others. When we can use them as educational platforms, it gives them the tool that they're already used to and makes them more inclined to use it. Studies have shown that children use things that they're more familiar with. Since these apps are already in use, it's easy to put them into the classroom and use them for education. So what are some of the drawbacks of using social media in the classroom? Well, for one, it can be overused. Experts say there's a lot of dangers in overusing technology. It can actually take away from home life setting, other schoolwork, or even cause anxiety. There's also safety threats from outside users, outside of the normal teacher-student relationship, that may try to get into social media and talk to the students directly. It could also be very difficult to monitor if the teachers or parents aren't monitoring it all day. Students can get on and form relationships with people outside of the school setting that could end up being dangerous. Experts also say there's possible sight and sleep issues. Students can have blurred vision or even having a hard time falling asleep at night. And again, it can cause anxiety and even depression in some situations when not monitored. And it can be difficult for some to use. Unless the teachers give explicit instructions on where to go, which buttons to push, which pages to set, it might be hard for some students to get on the learning curve of using social media. Is the use of social media in the classroom worth the risk? Well, the answer is yes, for a lot of educators. Social media is a platform that students are already using, and integrating it into the classroom allows the teachers and the students to stay connected outside of normal classroom time. Educators see it as a viable tool for staying connected with parents. It's an easy way to send updates on your student's day, to let them know if they're missing homework or assignments, to let you know the good things about that A they scored on a test, or to even ask about an absence in the classroom. Sometimes it's hard to answer an email or even pick up a phone call, but shooting a text through social media is a quick way for the teacher and the parent to respond to each other. The social media is also allowing students to participate more in classrooms. Without that anxiety or fear of being judged by their fellow students, students can speak out more across these platforms. They can ask their teachers questions, they can give answers, and not have to worry about any backlash from their fellow students. We have to keep in mind that the risks mentioned are very real. Teachers, parents, administrators all need to spend due diligence on monitoring these social platforms. They need to make sure that they're putting their students in the safest position possible to use these platforms as an educational tool and to keep any cyber predators away. It's important to use this tool through communication, understanding, and limitation. But if done so, and done correctly, students can use social media as a viable platform in the classroom, and teachers can use it as an excellent communication tool.